dito tayo sa kay Gordon. Marami siyang tanong at sasagutin natin. But I would like to say something. Gordon, are you really investigation in aid of legislation or in aid of your personal political interest? I heard that you want to run for vice president next year. And you are trying to impress the opposition that they would consider you. Totoo ba ito, Secretary Gordon? Alam mo, tatakbo rin ako. Kung mag-usap lang tayo, pwede namang ikaw ang maging vice president kung karapat-dapat ka. So, I would know if you talk to me about your political plans, lalo ng vice presidency. Ako naman nag-announce na. Kung interesado ka, magipag-usap ka. At tingnan natin kung karapat-dapat ka ba. But ganito kasi ang problema ko kay Gordon eh. But having a senator at the helm, especially like you, even if the Supreme Court ruled that it is not against the Constitution if you hold the position of Red Cross, I think is unethical. And we have revealed why. Alam mo kasi, if Red Cross is also a government agency, tapos member ka ng Congress, tumatakbo ka rin at nanalo ka, and you're holding the Red Cross, you are the top honcho there, and being a senator, and at the same time, medyo malabo ata yung ginagawa mo. So, pag nagkamali ako, Senator Gordon, if I am wrong, which is a possibility also of a wrong interpretation, paki-clear lang nitong of you holding two government agencies, one being a senator and the other being I don't know what is your position in the ikaw yung chairman sa Red Cross for a long time. You know, let me just also add something. As far as I can remember, even before I entered politics, Gordon, hinawakan mo na yung Red Cross and you control the agency like the way you control everything. You are so bossy, and I think that the true work of the Red Cross is not reflected in your actuations. Ito pang isa, Red Cross is to be a non-profit organization. But amid the onset of pandemic, Red Cross, under you, charged testing at astronomical rate for around 4,000 pesos, 4,700 pesos a piece without any discount for senior citizens or persons with disabilities. Is this not a clear violation of the expanded Senior Citizens Act? Pakisagot lang nito. Kasi it is a violation of law to deprive the senior citizens and persons with disabilities of lower prices in consideration of their present situation. And ito pang isa ang ayaw ko sa iyo. At the time when we were busy testing everybody at humingi kami ng tulong sa inyo, Red Cross. Red Cross is supposed to be a humanitarian organization. But when government was struggling to source funds, you threatened to stop testing. I'd like to ask the Filipino people na napansin ba nito ninyo noon? Nagalit siya at sabi niya kung hindi magbayad ang gobyerno, he threatened that he will stop the testing. Alam mo, I really do not know, but I cannot see the rationale of your statement na you threaten government with something which ought to be done by you, irrespective of whether or not may pera ba o wala. Because in this kind of situations or transactions with government, foremost is really the fact that everybody wants to help. And now you are even having plans of selling vaccines and said charging 3,500 pesos per shot is just fair. Moderna vaccines cost $51 or roughly about 2,500 pesos. What is the extra 1,000 for? And for whom? Yung Moderna na gagamitin mo is 2,500 pesos. Pero sabi mo, you will be charging 3,500. So there is an extra of 1,000. Anong gamitin mo nito in the light of the pandemic in situation in the Philippines? Is this a fair move of yours during the time of when the Philippines is suffering from, just like other nations, the effects of pandemic? Is the Red Cross saving money so that it would eventually pass a resolution to set aside a big amount to fund your elections plans, just like the funds you used in the 2010 and 2013 campaign? Alam mo, ginagamit mo itong Red Cross. And I dare say na ginamit mo talaga ito para sa elections. Ito yung milking cow mo sa totoo lang. You have been there for quite a time. Is it not fair to say now that bumitaw ka na and give others a chance at para mahinto na yung ginagawa mong kalokohan? Remember the plunder complaint filed against you by fellow senator in 2017? You allegedly allocated 193 million pesos for bark barrel to Red Cross and used the same for your campaign. Ni ikaw mismo karami mong ginawa na sindikato, things that you should not do as a public official. Yung 193 million pesos na pork barrel na ginamit mo, hindi mo nga masabi sa amin kung saan nalagay yun, totoo ba o hindi. How about the disallowances and charges in the SBMC's books of accounts when you were sitting as chairman? Is this amount of 140 million pesos? Is this the reason why you lobbied for certain individuals to be appointed to the SBMA so that you can protect your own interest? And when you said, hindi ako pumirma doon dahil kako dapat ayusin yan. So wala akong problema dyan. When you're referring to the MOA between the PhilHealth and the Philippine Red Cross, then somebody from the Senate should cite you for contempt. You have a copy of the MOMA and it is there clearly. It bears your signature. You were lying to the truth before the public. Pakisagot lang nito. Sabi mo hindi ka pumirma. Ngayon pala, it was signed by you. You know, it is good to be posturing as a clean and go around painting other people black. Alam mo, madali yan eh. Gusto mong magmuka kang puti, pinturahan mo lahat yung tao, katabi mo itim, ang talagang ikaw yung maputi sa lahat. Yan ang totoo dyan. Pakisagot lang nito. Because kailangan ito ng Pilipinas malaman. Nag-iimbestiga ka na wala namang batayan at yung kagaya nitong I'd like to address myself to everybody, to the senators especially. Yung unang sabi ko na complaint that unspent yung money ng DOH na binigay sa kanila. The DOH is planning so many things to fight the COVID. At bakit mo naman pakialaman na ito may pera dito, bakit hindi pa ito nagastos? Why are you trying to run the Department of Health with your investigation? Kayo na ang gustong magpatakbo kasi nagtatanong na kayo kung bakit ito hindi pa nagastos. You know, it is the prerogative of the DOH to plan how to spend the money in pursuance to their public programs. Yan ang gusto ng malaman ko rin at pati yung mga tao. Why? Why do you want to run government or departments na gusto ninyo if there is an unspent na hindi pa nagastos na pera? May mga programa ang DOH. Ngayon tatanong kayo yung pera. Well, you know, eventually this money will be spent, gastusin ito para sa mga programa ng Department of Health. So do not, kayong mga lahat, Senate, do not investigate programs which are ongoing. You will derail it, you will delay it by your incessant penchant for investigating government offices. Gusto ninyo lahat pakialaman na lang. Alam mo, you do not run this government alone by questioning the unspent amount. Kung hindi naman po na-dispal ko, bakit ka nagtatanong? If the money is there, it is unspent, nobody is stealing it, it is there, and the department has so many programs, Hindi lang ang department, takot ako, baka hindi lang Department of Health ang pakialaman ninyo. Department, DILG, Department of Health, and the continuing, ano ninyo, pinapakialaman ninyo si Secretary Galvez. You're trying to muddle up everything by questioning every time how or why he spent the money. The guy is simply trying to even explain to you in every opportunity, whether it be is a program of government or whether it is really a forum of sponsored by government such as this. This is part of a cabinet meeting. Hindi lang tinatawag yung ibang membro ng kabinete simply because it is not a thing that would concern them. Pero itong mga, when we talk about COVID, it has to be the DOH and Secretary Galvez. And if you keep on hammering all of these things that they are doing, and the money that were spent and the money that were not, why don't you just wait until they have completed the project or until the project is terminated? Ganon sana ang gawin ninyo. Pakiusap lang por respeto. Well, kayo ang kayo yung palaging nag-iimbestiga. I hope that someday we will have also a time to question your actuations. And we will start with you. Hindi naman kayo lahat dyan malinis. But you are the one making a noise that is just really a noise for no purpose at all but to create a noise, then kindly answer the questions that we pose today. With that, we would magpapasalamat kami sa iyo kung masagot mo yan. But you know, I repeat, for the longest time, you are the one holding the reins of the Red Cross. Marami nang nagtatanong, and everybody would always be surprised because you have the ready answer and you are controlling even the money of the Red Cross. At ang pinakamabaho ang nakita ko sa iyo is when you threaten to stop testing. Anak ka ng ikaw, di mo maintindihan. Ulitin ko. Yung ginawa mo, you threaten government that you will stop. You stop testing people so that they will die just because you are not paid. And the money that you have accumulated all these years would run into billions. At ang gusto kong makita yung audit talaga ng totoo ng Red Cross. And maybe I will demand, the Executive Department will demand that we be furnished a copies of your audit taken by COA, and COA to give us the copy so that we can review also what you have audited at tingnan ba namin kung tama o hindi. Mas mabuti na yung ganon. Let us be open to everybody. You open your books and I open mine, and you can read all what is entered there, and I also examine what you have done so that it will be a fair scheme for everybody. Yan lang ang gusto ko tanongin. Kasi ito si Gordon nagmamalinis Akala mo walang ginawang plenty We will start also with your record as a public official. Plenty. Yang Red Cross na yan, I think that you would not be even be able to explain. Sa totoo lang. If there is an honest to goodness examination of the book of records and the audit of the past years, and we will review if it reflected really the real actuations of you and the others there in the Red Cross, I'm sure that we will find something. And we believe that you are also guilty of, sabihin mo ng malversation, tell us. We would be happy to know kung meron o wala. Salamat, Mr. Gordon. And again, I'd like to thank the public for participating in the discussion with us. You listen to this because, alam mo, sa totoo lang, may tinuturo sila na isa, ito si Gordon, magturo ng isang transaction, hindi naman niya sinasabi kung ilang transactions ang ginawa niya na mali. So, ganon. Sauce for the gander, sauce for the goose. That's it.